Welcome back everyone to a new journey. Horses, those four-legged, hoofed companions that have trotted their way into human history, hearts, and yes, even our sense of humor. These majestic creatures are a blend of elegance, power, and, let's face it, some downright hilarious antics. Be prepared for a gallop through facts about horses. Chapter 1, The Horse Chronicles begin. Picture this: humans decided to domesticate horses around 400 BC. Probably after realizing that horsepower was much preferable to leg power, especially when it came to carrying stuff. Imagine the conversation.
Hey, we've got a great idea.
What is it?
Let's ride these big four-legged creatures instead of walking.
Brilliant. Let's call them horses.
Oh boy, they're on to us.
Chapter 2, Horse of Many Colors. Horse coat colors, nature's way of playing dress-up with these equine wonders. You've got chestnuts, bays, and paints, each with its unique style. But it's the Appaloosa that takes the prize for creativity. Spots, speckles, and even leopard-like patterns, they're the living proof that horses can be both fashionable and funny-looking at the same time. Chapter 3, Horseshoes and Superstitions. Ever heard the tale of horseshoes bringing good luck? Well, apparently, some humans believe that nailing metal U-shaped accessories to horses' hooves can bring them all sorts of blessings. And not just the horses, the superstition extends to homes too, where people hang horseshoes to ward off bad luck. Imagine a horse rolling its eyes at the human's attempts to harness cosmic forces with a metal shoe. Chapter 4, The Great Hay Debate. Horses have a love-hate relationship with hay. On one hand, it's sustenance, fueling their majestic gallops. On the other hand, it's the stuff that sticks to their coats, creating a heyday of grooming for them. There's nothing quite like watching a horse perform a hilarious hay shake, sending straw flying like confetti, celebrating their undeniable charm. Chapter 5, The Case of the Startled Horse. Oh, the spooked horse, a true connoisseur of surprise. Rustling leaves, a sudden gust of wind, a rogue plastic bag, these are the true threats of the equine world. One moment, they are peacefully grazing, the next, they are executing an award-winning performance of a startled jump, much to the amusement of nearby spectators. Chapter 6, Horsing Around with Expressions. Horses have expressions that put even the most talented human actors to shame. Ever seen the classic horse face? That look of vague indifference mixed with a hint of judgment, it's a universal language understood by anyone who's been on the receiving end of a horse's gaze. They might as well be saying, "You humans are quite entertaining, aren't you?" Chapter 7, Social Horsing. Horses are social creatures, forming bonds and hierarchies within their groups. Ever been to a horse gathering where one horse is clearly in charge? It's like watching a sitcom where the bossy character gets all the punchlines. The other horses, though, don't seem to mind. They are probably too busy laughing at the antics of their equine leader. Chapter 8, Horseplay and Frolics. Horses love a good play session. Have you ever witnessed a group of horses indulging in a game of chase me if you can around the paddock? It's like watching a game of tag, equine style. They run, they buck, and they celebrate life with a playful spirit that's as infectious as their joyous neighs. Chapter 9, The Legendary Horse Laugh. While horses might not emit the kind of laughter humans do, they do have their own way of expressing delight. Ever heard a horse's whinny during mealtime? It's a sound that combines eagerness and enthusiasm, much like a human chuckle of anticipation. You can almost imagine them saying, "Oh boy, oats again? You shouldn't have." Chapter 10, Equine Companionship. Horses are known to form strong bonds with humans, becoming trusted friends and companions. They'll listen to your secrets, lend a shoulder to cry on, and even nuzzle you in times of need. It's a friendship that transcends words, built on trust, respect, and a lot of funny faces horses make when they are trying to figure out why humans do what they do. Alright, let's take a hilarious and entertaining journey through the wild world of camels, where their quirks and qualities will leave you laughing and learning at the same time. Gather round, fellow adventurers, as we embark on a quest to uncover the wild and wacky world of camels, those quirky creatures that make us laugh and scratch our heads in awe. From their humps to their hilarious habits, we're about to dive into some cameltastic facts that will leave you both amused and amazed. 1. Double trouble humps and fat stash fun. Who's got not one, but two humps? The Bactrian camel, of course. And no, those aren't just desert backpacks, those are storage units for a camel's favorite snack, fat. Yep, you read that right. While we might stash chips in our pantry, camels are hoarding fat reserves in their humps which they munch on during their desert jaunts. Talk about a mobile snack bar. 2. Camel time travel, the ancient hipsters of domestication. Picture this, around 4,000 years ago, camels were chilling with humans before it was cool. They are like the OG domesticated animals, strutting around with their impressive ability to lug heavy stuff across the desert like a boss. Who needs a moving truck when you've got a camel? Plus, they are way cooler than horses, just ask any desert dweller. 3. Batting lashes and eye drama. Ever seen a camel with eyelashes so long they could practically double as feather dusters? Those aren't just for show, my friends. Those luxurious lashes are serious eye armor. Not only do they protect those big, beautiful eyes from sandstorms, but they are also the ultimate desert fashion statement. Move over, runway models, the camel eyelash game is strong. For sweat less, travel more, Camel Road Trip Edition. Who needs frequent water stops on a road trip when you're a camel? These dudes are like the kings of dehydration tolerance. They can lose up to a quarter of their body weight in water and still keep trucking. If only we could apply the same logic to our long car rides. No, officer, I haven't stopped for water because I'm camel inspired. 5. Oval blood cells, when circles get boring. Guess what? Camels aren't content with regular, boring blood cells. No, sir. They rock oval-shaped red blood cells that can glide through their veins even when things get thick, like when they are dehydrated. Talk about rolling with the punches or the clots, in this case. They basically have the VIP Blood Club membership. 6. Camel milk, the desert's dairy delight. Hold on to your milkshakes, folks, because camel milk is a thing and it's actually pretty nutritious. Rich in vitamins and minerals, it's like the desert's version of a superfood smoothie. And bonus, it doesn't curdle in the heat. Imagine having a milkshake that's cool even in the hottest desert day. Cheers to that. 7. Heatwave heroes, camel temperature magic. Camels are the desert's original temperature tricksters. By day, their body temperature can skyrocket to 104 degrees Fahrenheit 40 degrees Celsius, but when the cooler desert nights roll around, they are all about dropping it like it's hot, literally. It's like they are doing the desert's version of the CHA slide, and it's all about energy conservation. 8. Rolling with style, the camel catwalk swagger. Picture this, you're strutting down the desert catwalk, and your walk is so unique that the fashion world can't help but take notice. That's the camel swagger. With their distinctive rolling walk, camels prove that they are not just desert chariots, they are desert runway models, ready to turn the dunes into their personal fashion stage. 9. Groans and giggles, camel communication. Camels are like the stand-up comedians of the desert, communicating with a range of groans, grumbles, and giggles. They are basically telling desert jokes that only they and their fellow camels understand. Who knew the desert had its own form of comedy club? You might even say they are the original desert influencers. 10. Wild camels, the elusive VIPs of the desert. While we often see the domesticated camels striking poses and toting tourists, their wild cousins are the VIPs of the desert world. The Bactrian camel, a critically endangered